in order to figure out the angles that we are labeling them, is it says on your paper, and I'm going to write mine off to the side because otherwise you can't see it, but on your guys' there's a little line right about in here. So what it says is that it divides it up into quadrants. It says in this corner, it's 0 plus. So what that means, I'm going to do the same one that I did in the last video. There is my angle. There is my triangle, and we already wrote the coordinate point out here somewhere. So the coordinate point is there, but what we really want is we want this blank right here that would show up under my triangle. And it says 0 plus, and when it says 0 plus, what it means is 0 plus the angle at the origin. So if I look at this one, it says 0 plus 30. And so this angle right here is going to be 30 degrees. And technically it would go about in there somewhere. And so we're just going to follow that. For these two dots as well, it's just going to be 0 plus the angle in the center. And so we're going to follow that around. Let's say that we did something in this guy. And if you look on your guys' paper, it says that in this guy over here, of these three, it says 180 minus. And same deal, it says 180 minus the angle in the center. And it's going to be for all three of these dots. So the 180 minus the angle in the center, so that would be minus 30, would give me an angle of 150 degrees. And so same thing, that would go on that line right in there. And then we just keep going around the circle with whatever it says. If I go down to this corner, in this quadrant down here, on your guys' papers, it says 180 plus. This guy says 180 minus. This guy says 180 plus. Same deal, 180 plus the angle in the center. So 180 plus 60. 180 plus 60, that gives me 240 degrees. And then keep going all the way around. That works for these guys. And then in this last quadrant over here, it says 360 minus. And let's see, I got to remember which one I already have made up for this. So set up my triangle in that corner. And it says 180 minus. 180 minus the angle in the center. The angle in the center is an upside down 30. So I've been saying 180. I meant 360. 360 minus 30 degrees is going to give me 330. And so those rules all work all the way around the circle. And it's written on your guys' worksheets. But in this top right over here, it's 0 plus. In this guy over here, in the top left, it is 180 minus. In this guy down here in the bottom left, it's 180 plus. In this guy down here in the bottom right, it is 360 minus.